In the small English village of Griffinstone in the Moor stands an ancient yew tree. Growing in the middle of the town square, the tree has a deadly history that continues to this very day. In 1124, two young lovers from two feuding families met under the yew tree. It was a true Romeo and Juliet story, ending in tragedy. Their families did everything they could to keep the young couple apart until, unable to bear it any longer, the boy committed suicide, hanging himself from a branch of the tree in the center of the village. Distraught upon finding him, the young girl threw herself from the roof of the church, landing in the tree and impaling herself on a broken branch, dying instantly. The impact of her fall caused the branch to snap, sending the boy to the ground, barely alive and gasping for air. As he looked up to see the love of his life impaled in the yew tree, he despaired, taking a jagged, broken branch in his hand and driving the stake straight through his own heart. This tree then became known as the Lufutreo, love tree, and it became a pagan ritual that the tree epitomized true love. Couples began to carve their initials in its huge trunk, and over the years, it became a celebration of love, the site of numerous marriage proposals and weddings, often adorned with red ribbons as celebrants danced to celebrate their love. In 1421, a new priest came to Griffinstone in the Moor, and, happy to see such a sight of love and celebration, he blessed Lufutreo as the love tree. For centuries, visitors have flocked to Griffinstone in the Moor to secretly carve their names and initials into its trunk. 99 years later, tragedy struck once again. A young couple carved their names into the trunk using a piece of flint that they'd broken off from one of the cemetery headstones. What they didn't realize was that it was from the grave of the original young girl who had died in the tree in 1124. It's said that the tree became cursed from that moment, and despite the local vicar continually purifying the tree, it seemed that the curse would be set to return every 99 years. The curse was said to be one of sacrifice. A young man, newly in love, must be chained to the tree on All Hallows Eve and his heart be ripped from his body as happened in 1124. The sacrificial blood would then be used to wash the trunk, cleansing the tree. If this did not happen, Lufutreo would claim a life in its own way. Villagers have been terrified by the legend of the Griffinstone yew tree, and every generation tells a new tale of horror at the tree every 99 years. In 1619, it is rumored that Queen Anne was seen walking beneath the Lufutreo, her gowns shrouded in blood. In 1718, reports of a traveler coming into Griffinstone in the Moor, only to leave before dawn the next day and never be seen again. When villagers awoke, they found that all the streams in town were running red. In 1817, the sounds of dogs howling like wolves in the night terrified the villagers. As day broke, a pack of wild dogs were found ravaged and dead on the village green next to Lufutreo. In 1916, a young couple were due to be wed on October 31st, and despite the warnings, requested the local vicar to wed them beneath the tree. As Fiona Jessup and Jonathan Starling kissed beneath its branches, the many guests danced, creating a maypole of the couple, wrapping them in red silk ribbons against the tree. When handed a knife to carve their initials in its trunk, they didn't hesitate, and it seemed the curse of Lufutreo had been broken. But the next morning, Jonathan was found tightly tied to the tree with the same red ribbons, which had cut into his skin so deeply that he had bled to death in the night. Fiona was later found beside a small brook with her heart in her hands. So the curse of Lufutreo continues. What will happen on All Hallows Eve of 2015? Will the curse finally be broken? Or will the tree claim yet another young life?